Good afternoon, evening, and welcome to Wholesome Roots. I have a couple of Tyrannosaurus Rexes fighting behind me, so if I seem a little distracted, it's because I am. Boys, I said to stop it that we were going live. Ryan is just putting the goats away with their dinner, and he will be in here shortly. So, is anybody around this evening is the question. My chat shows that nobody's here, but chats don't always work in the same time as real life. So I see some people coming in. We've got Jane Golden Pyrenees, Yellow, Debt Free Donna. Hi guys, Miss Vicky, hello from Kentucky. Good to see you all. I was a little delayed by a minute because I was chatting with Trisha from Willow Creek Homestead on Marco Polo. She's just Marco Polo'd me back, and she looks like she's laughing. I'm not going to listen to it. She can hop in and moderate for me. That would be the best, right? Hello, Tracy Edwards. Hello, Holly Stacklin, Roxanne Arthur, Mallory D. Glad to see you all here. Oh, your favorite channel. You're too sweet. I bet you say that to all the channels. Green Gables Homestead is here. Oh, good. I have a moderator in the house. Seeing how Trisha's not here. She's probably here, and she just hasn't typed anything out yet. Ah, there she is. Hello, hello, hello. Shannon Mujitali, hello. How are you? Be nice. You didn't throw his T-Rex, did you? That wouldn't be very nice. Boys and their dinosaurs. Rowan, give it back so he doesn't. It's right behind you, Liam. It's right behind you. Trisha is here from Willow Creek Homestead. And Vicky asked, how are you feeling, Rose? Meh. I'm alright. I'm okay. How are you? I really love your family and wisdom. Oh, thank you, Roxanne. I am tethered to the wall on my phone, multitasking dinner and chatting. Girl, you are one fine mama, able to do all that multitasking. So, how is everybody tonight? We have had 2 solid days of rain. Today was the first day it didn't rain. And it was like raining every day before that, but not the entire day. So we are flooded. Like the ground is saturated. There are puddles still standing tonight, even though there's been an entire day of sunshine. The goats were so ready to get out of the barn this morning. I kept them in for 2 days, and they were not happy with me. Yeah, isn't it funny that the people who are having the rain are having too much rain, and the people who aren't having the rain are having none? Oh, Deborah Sanders is here. Thank you for that kind donation. I really appreciate it very much. It's very kind of you. Jasmine Sherry, how are you? Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Well, I hope you can hang out for a little bit and chat with us. I know you need rain, Trisha. Trisha at Willow Creek Homestead, she's in Idaho, and I don't know how many of you know this. I suppose if you live in that area, you would know it. But Idaho's a desert. I didn't know that. I had no idea. And, you know, if you watch her video the other day, she showed the cracks in their lawn. And I was just blown away by how dry it is. Just did not know that about Idaho. You need the rain, and you're only a few hours from you in North Alabama. Oh, that's interesting. See, we've had a lot of rain this summer, but this has been a pretty wet summer for us. I know, is any more coming in anytime soon, Northeast Georgia? I'm not sure. Hello, Sweet Iris Farm. I really liked your video of the good, bad, and ugly. You know what I'm talking about with the rain. Jasmine Cherie, I'm feeling blecky today. Had dental work. Can hang for a bit. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Dental work is the worst. I have some dental work I need to have done, but it's not likely to happen anytime soon. Holly Stackland, good here. Enjoying our new little litter of Weimaraner puppies. We have had a good amount of rain here. Oh, puppies are fun. Raining here in Manchester, New Hampshire at the moment. Hello from Michelle Justice. Flood watch at Sweet Iris Farm. Yeah, we've been under a flood watch for the last 2 days. Today it lifted. I think around midnight they lifted it because the rain had finally stopped. Diana at Justice Acres. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. You're right on time. Ryan always says, a wizard is never late. He always arrives precisely when he should. Or something like that. It's a quote from Gandalf, I think. Jane A. Golden Pyrenees, send some of that our way. We still need more rain. Deborah Sanders, here in Georgia, way too much rain. I can use a lot less because it is holding up us getting our home built. So it's longer that we have to live in a camper on the property. Way too much rain. Oh, that's hard. Can't afford a dentist. Exactly. Dental care in the United States is extremely overpriced. Rowan, I hear some frustration going on. Please settle it kindly. Darlene Powell says, sunny here in Florida. Yeah, it was sunny today, but still soaking wet from the previous 2 days of rain. How is retraining Titus going? He's only going out with us. So he's not having any unattended time with the chicken tractors where he can jump on top of them. So we haven't really begun doing any retraining, just more attentive watching and making sure that he's not able to jump on the chicken tractors. So I'm not sure what steps I need to take with him as far as how do you stop a dog from jumping on top of chicken tractors, you know? I thought maybe tethering him like on the other end, and then I was like, oh, I always hate tethering a dog. Khaleesi, oh, she's just so much better without being tethered. I'd hate to make Titus, timid or less friendly. I don't know. I mean, sometimes some dogs do tethering just fine. Where's Ryan? He's out putting the goats away with their dinner. Hey, from Waterlogged, Virginia, says Creating Essence. Creating Essence, are you going to the Homestead of Americas conference? You're in Virginia, so don't say no. You can take all them children with you. They will have a blast. Please don't throw things. I just heard something hit the wall. I'm not sure what it was, but we don't throw things, especially not during a live show. Michelle Justice, we could use some rain as well here in Washington State. We are 90 minutes from you. Do you need any help that a few extra hands can provide? I know this past week hasn't been easy. Oh, that is so sweet of you. I appreciate that. I think we've got things under control finally. It's been a roller coaster. I mean, the last year has just been lots of ups and downs. So we're just rolling with the punches. Thanks, Rhodes. I put it off too long. Almost done. Still more to do in 2 weeks. Ooh, ouch. Can you show your dog? He's outside with Ryan doing chores. So when he comes in, he'll probably bring him in. We just started taking turmeric curcumin, and it's supposed to help with joint pain, inflammation, skin health. I'll let you know how it goes. I just started today. Turmeric is amazing, amazing medicine. It's one of the medicines I'll probably start taking once I get my diagnosis, for sure. I'm hoping to grow my own to save the money on extra supplements that I'm going to have to buy. String up pop cans. I don't know. He might like that, Jasmine. Bear spikes on top of the tractors. But if tethering keeps chickens alive, yeah, true. You guys are funny. Absolutely. We all went to the HOA last year and loved it. How did I not meet you? Did I meet you? And I just don't remember it. I met so many people that I probably did meet you. There were so many people coming up to me and saying, "Oh, Rose," and I was like, Who's this person? Who's this person? I really, honestly, I'm so sorry if I did actually meet you in person and I just don't remember. Hello, Terry Trodo. So glad you could join our live stream. Claudia Lomelli is here from California as well. How are you doing with your crocheting? I have not been doing it the last couple of weeks. I need to pick that back up. I just got my yarn. I didn't just get it. Gosh, Trisha, you sent me that yarn a couple of weeks ago. What is my problem? I need to finish Rowan's egg apron. So she sent me the last of the yarn that I needed for that. It was the same color that I had already started it with. So yeah, I'm hoping to pick that back up. Turmeric is amazing magic. It helps with chronic fatigue syndrome immensely. Yes, that's one of the reasons I'll be taking it to take the turmeric with coconut oil so it absorbs better. And you also have to take it with pepper too, don't you? Or peppering, for it to absorb better as well. I think I've read that. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to. Or some other fat. Coconut oil is what we use generally if we're using it as a medicine. So that would work good for us. Jane Golden Pyrenees, so true. We just had a week of 90s and that's not normal. Oh, hello, Allie Oakley. Glad you could join us. It's been at least a month ago. A month? Are you serious? I haven't done any crochet in a month. Yeah, because my friend just posted that her baby was a month old, and that was the last project I worked on was her baby present, which I still haven't given her. No, we didn't meet. I'm super introverted in person. We're wearing t-shirts this year so people will know us on site. Good idea. We will definitely have to get together. We'll be I'll be with Trisha and Rachel from Hickory Hill Homestead, so you won't be able to miss us. South Georgia Hydroponics. Howdy, folks. What y'all doing? We are just having fun. Friday night party with my friends on YouTube. Yes, need to include some sort of fat with the turmeric to be absorbed. Excuse my bad spelling. My phone hates me. Yeah, I do that all the time. And Miss Georgia was in the Army there for 5 of my 6 years. Okay, were you at Fort Benning? That's not far from us at all. Ryan was at Fort Benning for much of his training. Oh, you're going to drink my water instead of your own. That's so nice. Give me all those germs. Rowan had a stomach bug this morning, and Liam's probably going to have it tonight. And because he's sharing water with me, I'll probably have it too. Stop being negative, Rose. None of us will have it. It was just a fluke that Rowan had it. Nobody else will get it. Breakaway Homestead, good evening. Nothing helps my chronic fatigue. I've tried everything. Sweet Iris Farm, do you know what's causing your chronic fatigue? Getting a diagnosis, I think, might be the most relieving thing I've ever done. To find out this coming week will be amazing for me. How many goats do we have? We have about 25 goats. I say about because it might be 26. I think it's 25 though. We usually have it right around 25, coming and going, having some born, selling some. Yes, Roxanne Arthur says turmeric goes in all my stews and sauces. Same here. We use turmeric in a lot of our food, but I want to take additional. I want to take a lot more. Besides Pengene, garlic, anything else you would give a doe with a mammatory infection? Vitamin C, like 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I don't use the penicillin for a mammary infection. I just use the vitamin C and garlic, and it clears it up. So far, I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't ever, if it was severe and it wasn't going away, I would definitely use the antibiotics if they were necessary. But I've been able to clear it up with the vitamin C is the crucial part. I've cleared up my own mammary infections with vitamin C alone. In severe cases too. Rolling Homestead with Wild Edibles is in the house. Hello and welcome. Zabia Hope Thomas Hello, how are you? You did not miss much. We were just saying hello and talking about the weather a little bit and talking about how wonderful turmeric is. Oh, 7 Sprouts. Wait, where'd it go? I didn't get notified again, but my alarm was set. Yay! Everybody go check out 7 Sprouts Farmstead. That's my friend Jen. She's an amazing woman and mother, and she's just a wonderful friend. Fort Gordon was in the Signal Corps and had my daughter there. Okay. The blood work should be back by Tuesday, they think. My appointment is Friday. I'm going to call the doctor's office and try to get them to send me over the blood work because I already know what levels to check on, like, what's the normal range that I'm looking at and what would be high or low because the doctor already told me those numbers. So it'll be good if he sends me them over and I can look at them first before meeting with him. Boys, please, kindness, quiet. I have several health issues that cause it. I've has ever kind of test, and no doctor has ever been able to figure out exactly what's going on. I might have to private message you if I figure out what's going on with me because there's certain ways tests have to be done to find answers, and sometimes not all traditional doctors know that. So if you have been seeing a traditional doctor, I might be able to help you. The doctor I'm seeing is an alternative healthcare specialist, so he's definitely got a little deeper insight onto some things that often get overlooked. 39 folks in here. Wow, and I only see 15 likes. Get that thumbs up. Deb Kettleston is here. Hi, Rose. I'm just finishing up shopping. I will hurry home as soon as I am done. Terry Troto is needing prayers. If everybody would please help her with that are open to praying for each other, that would be appreciated. Jasmine says she has fibromyalgia but refuses to accept it. Yeah. I think a lot of people refuse to accept a lot of these things that are now plaguing our society, especially with female and the women category. We tend to try to be tough and brush off a lot of our symptoms as just mom brain or mom fatigue, when really we're suffering from some pretty severe things. Thank you, Rose. You're too sweet. Been praying for your health all week. I meant to text, but it's been crazy here as well. Oh, I know. You've got a lot on your plate. Hello, Blue Sky Acres. Glad you could join us. Sweet Iris Farm, I absolutely understand that statement and know it all too well. We should definitely talk. Might be nice to just have somebody to talk to about how we're feeling. Most doctors are clueless on chronic issues like chronic fatigue syndrome, Lyme's, etc., which is a travesty considering their prevalence. I do watch Justin Rhodes, yes. I don't watch every episode. I don't watch a lot of YouTube just because it's hard for me to find time to just sit and watch. And when I do just sit and watch, it tends to be not YouTube, but Netflix. So, hello, Danielle's Fresh Farm. How is your buck doing? Is he feeling better? I use turmeric also for too much fluid on my brain. Save me from a shunt and prescriptions and horrible side effects. Oh my goodness, that's amazing that it was able to provide you with such relief. You know, I should probably be giving Bo turmeric right now, huh, Trisha? So Trisha is she's my goat Reiki expert. she helps me out when my goats aren't feeling well, and she'll share with me and help with me, and we talk a lot. Anyway, so she is my helper with Bo, especially. But Bo he's okay, but he's not. But he's okay. So remember that scur that he had that I kept saying I wanted to put a band around and get off? He kind of went nuts and bumped it off. And it was hanging by a thread, and he was really stressed out, and he was really scared of us because it was hurting, but the bleeding had slowed down by the time Ryan saw it. You know, it wasn't like bleeding a lot. So we weren't worried about the blood loss, but it hurts. It's hurting him, and you can tell his whole body is showing it. He's tensed up, you know. So I told him to just leave it alone, and it should fall off by morning. Well, it didn't, and so I had to really hold him. I mean, I had to lasso him and like wrestle him onto the milk stand. This is a big buck, you know. Oh, it was hard, but he is quiet. Get off that couch right now. So anyway, he's kind of sad. Turmeric would probably help with his healing. I'm sure of it. I should have thought of that. Savio, Sweet Iris Farm. I am having similar issues. I do believe I have tilt, toxicant-induced loss of tolerance. Something else is going on too. Doctors can't or won't look at what tilt is. I can relate. Toxicant-induced loss of tolerance. I need to look into that. So the goats were locked up for a couple of days, so they were depressed. Blue Sky Acres asked, how are the goats? They were depressed, but they were happy today. And they were having a great time out there. So, right, Trisha. I can only watch if it's quiet enough while I'm cleaning the kitchen to play it on the counter and hear it. Exactly, yeah. My kids often don't let me watch stuff during the day. I don't have a garden. Basically, I have a couple of pepper plants and peanut plants. The goats ate most of them, though. Yeah, it was a fail of a garden year, but I'm hoping to find the energy and the time to rip out all the weeds and start a new fall garden and start from scratch and have it be beautiful. So let's hope. I have fibro, hormone issues, mono, anemia issues. I swear there are no end at all. They have no idea what to do for me. Oh, that's hard. I feel for you, hon. I really do. Oh yeah, he was not happy. It was hurting, you could tell. But I mean, it was healing. It wasn't like it was like a tragic injury. But I think the fact that it was hanging by a little bit was what was causing him to be a big baby about it. Because once I snipped that off, I just grabbed the hoof trimmer, sprayed them with my cleaner, wiped them off, and went. And once I got that off, he started gobbling up his food. Yeah, well, he usually breaks his scurs off sooner with no bleeding. They don't usually get that long, so it was weird that it grew so long before it broke off. Rowan. Mama Tried Homestead is here. Glad you caught a live stream too. Steph Mendel says hello from Tennessee. My garden has been too wet. My pumpkin for the contest rotted. Ugh, I need to get in there and see if I have any pumpkins. That's the one thing that is growing across the weeds. You have a secret garden, Rose. It's hiding in the weeds. So not as many bugs find it. This is true. I often use weeds to help me in my gardening. What is the dose of turmeric for chronic illnesses, chronic issues? I'm not sure. Debbie Bragg asked the question if anybody can help answer that. I know a lot of you are using turmeric. I know that the naturopath that I'm working with sells a turmeric product, so I can definitely look at that on Friday and let you know what the percentage is in that. Sending healing vibes to all who need it. Oh, Jasmine, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Maybe my zombie squash pumpkin will win weirdest. There you go. My goats and sheep got into my garden and some of my brand new trees too. Oh no, that's hard. Love living virtually through you, Rose. I want goats, but don't have the time. They definitely take a lot of my time. They are a lot of work, but they are a lot of joy. I don't think my life would be nearly as bearable without them. I think that all of the issues and stuff that I have had or will continue to have, they make it better. They give me the love and the affection like no other animal I've ever had. I mean, dogs are great for affection and stuff, but goats, they just have a whole nother level. A whole nother level. Well, Ryan sure is taking his time putting away the goats. I guess he's busy out there. It was way too wet here in South Carolina. You know, what's funny is if I had planted more, it would have been ruined. Every farmer and gardener near me has had the worst year from all of the rain. And I would have lost everything. So maybe it was a blessing that I didn't have the energy to plant when it was time to plant. Maybe it was a blessing and I didn't even know it. And I think that happens more often than we realize. Yes, J&A Golden Pyrenees. Some of the scurs are only attached by the skin instead of the skull. And you can tell this one was that it wiggles. Like when you touch it, you can wiggle it. And so I knew it was going to fall off eventually. And then when it did come off, it was just skin. He didn't have a hole into his sinuses, luckily, as sometimes happens if you have to have your goat's horn sawed off by a vet. That will leave an opening to the sinuses, and it's very scary. Can you show your goats in a future video? Yeah, absolutely. Almost every one of my videos has goats in it. Maybe you're new to the channel. We we have almost nothing but goats on our channel. We have been not putting out as many videos lately. Usually we have a daily video, but I have not been feeling well. How big is Eugene? I don't know his weight. I have no weights on any of my goats. He's quite big. He's the largest of all of our goats. What is the best breed of goat for harsh winters like we have in Canada? I would think something like the Alpine. I mean, Alpine. They come from cold climates, right? I would think maybe. Yeah, Sweet Irish Farm also said Alpine. My weeds are doing great. Exactly. I believe greenhouse gardening is the safest way each year, right? Not sure. Was that a question to me? I have a lot of greenhouse experience, but I don't have my greenhouse here. I have my greenhouse at my old property. I love my goats. I can't imagine life without them. Exactly. Eugene is doing very well. Yes, I'm new. Darlene is new. Okay, great. We would love to show you some new videos with goats in it, hopefully. We'll get that done this weekend, I hope. My energy has been really low. I don't know if you've seen the last couple of videos. I'm dealing with some health issues that we're trying to resolve. You made me fall in love with goats, which makes me plan to get them one day. Aww. Yes, Trisha has alpines, and they do great in her frigid Idaho, where it gets so cold that I want to cry. And it stays cold for so long. My garden is awful this year. I got 10 ears of corn off of 200 plants. Bad year for everything. I'm so sorry getting started on homesteading. It has been bad for a lot of us. You better tag me in your next collab video. I want to participate. I haven't done a collab yet. Absolutely. I will definitely do that. You know, when I was filming that and inviting people, that was when you didn't have any videos up, I think. So I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to invite you. But it is an open collaboration, so you can still do it, and I will add you to the playlist. I had 2 today that I added to the playlist, so people are still putting them up. 2 or 3 is a great number, Jasmine. You just don't want one. That's the secret with goats, is you don't want one. Always more than one, or they will be very sad. Sending positive vibes and prayers your way. Thank you, Holly Stackland. I really, truly appreciate it. And I think that all those prayers and positive vibes and all of the good things that you guys send my way are actually really helping more than you realize. Not just through God and the universe helping me, but helping me in my heart, because it means a lot. It means a lot to me to know that you guys care enough to think about me and send me love. It really does. Too hot right now in our greenhouse, but love it in the winter here in North Carolina. Greenhouse comment was a question. I am assuming we can control water rain volumes. Greenhouse opens up a whole nother host of problems though, because it stays very humid and hot in a greenhouse. You end up with a lot more funguses, and then because it's a closed system, if you end up with a pest issue, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna just like white flies or aphids. You get one plant with white flies or one plant with aphids in your greenhouse, and your whole entire greenhouse is going to be infested. And then, because it's a greenhouse and it's enclosed, none of the beneficial insects can come in and fight them off for you. I've worked with greenhouses quite a bit in my career and in my personal time. I had greenhouses at Callaway Gardens for 4 years. I had greenhouses at my very first job I ever had. Was working at greenhouses doing starts. Where else did I have greenhouses? And then, of course, I had my own greenhouse. While I lived at my ex-husband's house, I had a greenhouse there. I loved my greenhouse. I still can go get it. We rent here, so it's like, I don't know, the whole asking the landlord if I can put a 20 by 25 huge monstrosity. And then, if we ever moved, that would be a pain. So until I purchase either this land or a different land, I don't want to move it. Ryan is in the house.
Hi, everybody.
We will be expanding our pygmy population next year and maybe doing some videos on our other channel. What's your other channel, Sub-Zero Infinity? I have to go get my house full of kiddos in bed. Glad I could stop and chat. Much love. Hope it's better week this week. Wait. Before you go, I have a question. If you haven't already left yet. I watched your video today of the mom tag. And I was wondering if I could do that video as well. It looked really interesting. I really liked hearing about all your mom stuff. That would be a fun tag collaboration to join.
Good.
Everybody's saying hi to Ryan.
Oh, man, it's hot out there.
Hey, Cherish. Living with Hope is in the house. Woo woo. I'm ready for Southern Mama's coffee break. For those of you that don't know, Living with Hope is Cherish from Southern Mama's Coffee Break. Make sure you don't miss. It's starting the 8th or the 9th. Which one? Come on, girl. Promote it. I give you permission. Promote it. Roxanne says, you usually just use it for my starts and frost protection. Yes. And I have a couple of little mini greenhouse thingies that I haven't put together yet. So I need to try those for frost protection.
So I don't know what I've missed.
Sounds like Jurassic Park in your living room. Are they that loud? I'm sorry. Yes, please. I'll list you in my info box. I officially tag you now.
They can be a lot. They can be a lot
Thank
worse.
you. I appreciate it. I'd love to see that. Shayne. What did you do? My poor little dude just standing around trying her darndest to be fluffy. Yeah, the Nubians don't really like the cold, especially the thinner coats. Me too. It's the 9th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. Southern Mama Coffee Break. Nubians are not made for the cold. They're desert goats. Yeah. Edel Hanley is in the house. So good that you could join us.
It's Adele. Adele Hanley, I remember.
Oh, Adele.
I
That's
have
right.
I have a
You
knack
do
with
remember.
names.
You pronounce things better than I do.
Cute boy noises and screeches.
Goats do not like the rain at all.
They melt when it sprinkles.
Cherish from Living with Hope says, Rose, I just want you to know that when we finally buy land, I'm going to stay with you for like a week to get a goat crash course. Come on, girl. We would have so much fun. Oh, we could, for much of that, we would have to hide the cameras. We'd have too much fun. Rose, would you mind if I sent you a message via Facebook regarding a goat issue? Oh, please do. Yeah, absolutely. If you send it to me, Rose, it will probably go to my spam folder. But if you send it to Wholesome Roots Passionate Plants, I will definitely get it and check it. I have very high ratings on my response rate on that. Oh, and I will cook every night. Oh, yes. Come on. When is this? When are you buying lead? Come on. Next week? Come on. Camera Guy 803 is my other channel, but I don't have much up there yet. Mostly gaming and birds. Patty and Art, so glad you could join us. How are you this week? I'm very worried about hoof rot, Seven Sprouts Farmstead, aka Jen. So Jen, what I'm doing to prevent it is not putting them out in the rain. Keeping them in. You saw that thread on Rosie's because you commented on it on Rosie's group about what do you do with your goats. You know, you said put the bully out. She has this one lady. It was in a different group. She had one goat that was a bully. So if she put them all in the barn, the bully would really hurt everybody. So she had to let them out, but she had no shelter out there. But she was having rain. So I was just like, diseases from the rain plus parasite issues plus hoof rot. No, I don't want pneumonia. I don't want hoof rot. I don't want extra parasite issues from all that wetness.
Right.
So you got to keep them in.
It
stinks. They hate it, and we went through so much hay.
We've gotten a little more. I don't know the word to describe it. This year about. If it's only going to rain, if it's going to rain for just a short amount of time, and most of the amount of time is not raining, they can go out. They have shelter and trees for that. But when it's going to be mostly raining, then we leave them in. But sometimes you don't get it right. Sometimes, the other day I looked at the radar and it looked like one little blob, and then, you know.
Patty and Art, I am so sorry. That is so difficult. We've been there. We know how that can be to have unemployment issues. Oh, I'm so sorry. All of my prayers, and I wish there was more I could do than that. That's so difficult. We'll cheer you up. Have faith that it will be okay, because it will. It will. I don't know if you're a religious type. I know not everybody is, so I'm not trying to offend anybody if you're not, but God will provide. He always does. And I'm so sorry. Milk and goats is pretty easy, Roxanne. Yeah. Sam is so funny.
Sam I am.
So Sam doesn't really spell a lot, so when it says Sam, it's because Sam is operating her phone.
Cool. Hi, Sam.
Getting started on homesteading, he smiled. We don't mind if Sam chats with us. It's okay. I know it's kind of weird on other people's channels, but it's okay on ours. We totally get it. Prayer is the most powerful, for sure. Oh, Shell Michelle is late. Hello. We're glad that you found us before it was too late and we were gone. I have to put the ducks to bed. We'll keep listening to you. If my Wi-Fi drops out, I'll be thinking of you all and continue believing things get better. Thank you, Jasmine. I really appreciate that. My 3-year-old can milk a goat.
Yeah.
Honestly. With big teeth, anybody can milk a goat. With tiny teeth, Brian can. He can do tiny teeth. I mean, I can do it, but I don't want to do it. I just wondered if there's some sort of preventative paste or brush-on stuff that you could brush in between their toes. You know, like maybe a goat nail polish. You're funny. He's pulling up his carpet.
Hey, stop it.
Titus, don't do that. Yeah, you should. You should invite. It's maybe like antifungal. Don't they have an antifungal polish for humans? Maybe that would work on goats. Chickens are a gateway drug. First you get a few chickens, then you get a couple of goats, and the next thing you know, you'll be sleeping in the barn with your cow. Yes, I want a cow. I will have a cow someday. Someday, when we own our own land, I think that'll be probably the first thing I buy after the land is purchased is a cow. I grew up with cows.
I like cows.
And he worked with cows at the sheep farm.
They're like big Buddhas.
They had several cows that he took care of. And I grew up with cows, and I love cows. Like, I love cows. I used to have a cow collection where everything in my house had a cow on it. I had little porcelain cows. I had salt and pepper cows. I had pot holder cows. I mean, cows on everything. I was obsessed. I think I've narrowed that collection down to just the salt and pepper shaker. And then you have your bullhead above the sink. I'm selling out of my Nigerians and F1 mini Nubians because my hands can't handle the tiny teats anymore. Oh, I'm telling you what. Yeah, even with the milk machine, when I tried to use that on the tiny teat girls, it was just a pain. Scratchmade Homestead has arrived. The party is here. Albany Mountain Homestead. Hi, Rose. Just got in from the garden. Starting some fall seeds. Oh, I'm so jealous. I need to start fall seeds, but first I have to have this man get my garden room cleared out. I looked in there with a flashlight today. I need lights, and I need all of that stuff that you've put in there that doesn't belong in the garden room out. I need my garden space so I can start seeds. So I'm going to start my, what do we start from seeds? Broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, mainly. And cauliflower, if we do cauliflower. Those are the ones that we start from seeds and then plant out so that they have a little bit of size to them. But as far as like all of the collard greens and lettuce and all of the leaves and all of the roots like beets and carrots and turnips, those all we just sow right into the ground. So those will be easy, but I have to have my garden room clear for the starting the seeds, and then I have to have the garden cleared. How are we going to do that with all those weeds? They are 3 feet tall. Can we pull them out? You think we could hand pull?
Weed eater.
Yeah, but then what? How do you plant into that? You can't plant into the roots. They're just going to grow back up.
I don't know, some sort of fabric maybe. Cover them.
What?
With the plastic? I don't know.
Black plastic does work really well. And if I did it now and did it in two weeks worth of killing it back, that might work. Sheep next. I'm dreaming sheep next, Willow Creek Homestead says. I would like to get sheep so that I could spin the wool and eat them, honestly. I don't want them long term. I want them to be like a short term thing. Like, get them for a couple of months, fatten them up, send them to the processor, keep all the wool, spin it, make stuff with it, do it again next year. That kind of thing. Yeah, Ruth's out method works really great. That's what I grew up doing. But the problem is I have, it's when you heavily layer it, mulch, layer it, and kill everything down. I don't have time for that for a fall garden. I could do that now, and then in the spring it would be ready to plant. But you can't plant seeds into that right away. Kim Couch sold my dwarf goats and got Nubians. Thank you for your advice. I'm in love with this breed. Oh, good. I love hearing about that. How about getting some chickens? We have lots of chickens. We're trying to get rid of some.
Right.
Oh, that's Darlene. She's new.
Okay.
How new are you? You must be super duper new. Like, I will not have pigs. I could not handle them with my health. Pigs are hard. Ryan won't let me get pigs.
Yeah. Let somebody else be the pig people.
I know nothing about sheep, but I want to learn. They're harder than goats. I will tell you that. They're going to have way more parasite issues than your goats do. So, be careful with that. I do love my chickens, yes. I'm leaning more towards the quail and turkey and ducks than chickens at this point in my poultry career. I still am gonna keep some chickens, but they're just I don't know. I like rarity. I like rare stuff. I like being the oddball.
I scared the goats tonight
Uh-oh.
on purpose. You know how when you let them in at night and they all run?
Or is this
Yeah, it's
is this
funny.
a
They're gonna
story
like,
that we want to share with everybody?
yeah. Totally.
Okay.
They always run to the can that's got all the feed in it. In particular, Fancy 2. In particular,
she's the only one, and then everybody
follows her. Yeah, and they always run there. And so I try every night. You know, they beat me to it every night, and she tries to open it, and I'm like clapping my hands and stuff. And tonight I picked up that red ball with the handle. You know that
it's a soft, bouncy ball.
Kids can bounce on it, and I just kind of lobbed it like a grenade, and it landed right next to her. I'm bouncing. All the goats scattered. It was.
You're mean. You could have given them a heart attack.
It worked. It got them away from that feed bucket.
What you need to do when you're bringing them in is grab Fancy 2 by the collar. Don't let her go.
She'll choke herself out if you're not careful.
Don't let her go. Don't let her go. That's all I can say about that. Fancy 2's a brat, and she goes straight for that can.
Oh, and after all that rain, that fence is hot. I touched it.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, the grounding clip was off. So.
That's why when I was trying to fix it today, I was being really careful to just touch the vertical strings because they're not hot, and like wrap it over the pole to tighten up that top part so Luna couldn't jump out. And I was like, I didn't get zapped. I just touched it like 3 times.
Yeah, I tested it because I saw it was unclipped. I was like, let's see what she's talking about, and I clipped it, and with all that rain.
Yeah, rain helps the grounding rod work much better. I haven't been looking at the comments. Sorry, I'm like sitting back relaxed. Oh, you've only seen a couple of videos. Oh, Darlene, you could just hit play on a playlist. Whether you want to learn about chickens or goats, just grab one of those playlists and hit play and enjoy yourselves.
Just YouTube and chill.
Only deed restrictions that Carrie has is no pigs. Feral hog problem is that bad. Wow.
Some places, Texas. You're in Texas, aren't you? Because that's where I've heard that it's really bad.
Hey, Stringfield Ridge. Yes, she's right.
See,
she's 2 hours away from
I have a good
Uncle
memory.
Rick. How much do you sell your chickens for? It varies.
3 for $25 was a good deal for 3 laying hens, but
some of them I sell for $20 a piece though.
Some of them we give away for free.
Yeah, it depends. I'll if it's one of you guys, I'll totally give you a good deal. But right now I think we've got mainly roosters we need to get rid of, right?
Yeah. We've still got a lot of eggs though.
It's slowing down. Boys, please stop it. Hey Trisha, Mama trying to talk my sister through treating her pup for parvo. Ooh. I am so sorry. I know a lot of my natural groups have had that pop up in conversations. You're hurting him.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't. You just crunched his head. Don't bite, Liam. No. No headbutting. No headbutting. Boys. Boys. I'm hot. Is it hot in here? Papa's
Yes.
Hobby Homestead. Hello. Homestead Wannabe. Hello. Texas Hill Country. We have 8 chickens that are 2.5 years old and are happy for now. Early next year, we will be getting 16 more. Liam thinks he's a goat. When eggs for cheap at the store, my fresh eggs stopped selling. Yeah, we had the same problem. Nobody wants to buy eggs anymore. So we're scaling back down to just home consumption. And we have a few people that buy eggs. The construction people across the street, our neighbor has some people working on our house for the last couple of weeks, and they keep stopping by and buying some. And then Ryan has a few people at work.
I'm tired of the waste. I think I'm gonna start giving eggs away.
Well, we've been giving eggs away.
No, at work I haven't.
Oh yeah.
The free egg Fridays.
Suburban Hillbilly,
Fresh
you were hiding. You weren't even talking. I know you like to do that sometimes. It's okay. Parvo needs veterinary intervention. It's a very, very important point to make. It can be life or death situation if not. I know not everybody has the option of a vet though. I appreciate and definitely make sure any other dogs who could be exposed are vaccinated. Boy. Alright. He needs to have Suburban Hillbilly, do you know how old a puppy has to be before they can have the, what is the stuff called on the back of the neck?
Advantage 2.
Advantage.
It says 7 months, I think, on the label.
He's only 5 months, but does it go by weight?
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's huge. I deplore the fact that I have to use Advantage. Trust me being the natural person I am, I hate having to use chemicals on any of my animals for any reason. But even with using the herbs on them every week for parasite control, it doesn't stop the fleas. So that's unfortunate that we have, with him going in and out, we don't want to bring the fleas in the house. They won't go to the vet. Some people won't. Sad when it doesn't even cover feed costs. Make you wonder how hard it is in production farms. Exactly. Yep, you know how I lost 2 pups a few months to parvo, and that's after spending $1,200 at my vet's for weeks of care for them. Wait. So he probably would be safe then.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's huge. He's almost the size of our Great Beardies.
If we were worried, we could do the cat dose. Because Advantage 2 is the one where it's the same ingredients for both dogs and cats.
So you would just do a half of the thing?
That's why I got, well, we have the ones that Vivian brought. I think they're also Advantage 2.
You better make sure.
Of course I would make sure. But,
I know you would.
but yeah, I purposefully got the kind that's for both the same species.
We only have the large breed one left now from Leela, huh?
Yeah, but Vivian brought us those ones. We haven't used them.
Oh, it's so weird. It's like her bag of dog food was left, and we were like, well, I guess we'll just feed it to these guys. No point letting it go to waste. It wasn't the same kind we feed for the puppies, but they got a little extra. Oh, maybe that's why his bathroom visits have been a little off.
I mixed it like a week ago. It's the same. They've had the same for a week now.
I got Land of Land of Havilah. If anybody sees LOH, that's Land of Havilah. That's the name of the brand. It's similar to Molly's Herbals, but it's a different company. Parasite herbs, and my dogs don't have fleas.
I have ginormous lollipop.
Oh, you're silly.
I'm pretty sure you can start using Advantage at 7 weeks. There's no flea medicine that's safe at that age.
This is maybe Advantage 1. I have no idea. This is Advantage 2.
I did lots of research. There are none
Okay.
for animals that young, as far as I knew.
I don't know. I could be.
I could be wrong. And maybe
Yeah.
maybe all of the resources that I was reading that on were incorrect. We immunize early and get the shots from our local milling company. We have lost dogs to Marlboro, but that was before we found the milling company had the shots. Have you tried Dawn dish soap to wash the dogs? Kills fleas on contact. Yeah, I wash him. He gets a bath every week, and it does. I don't have to use Dawn. I can just use the what is that soap that I like? Dr. Bronner's. It's Castile. Castile soap. It works just as good as Dawn and without all the chemicals. So that's what I've been using, and they do die, but then he goes back outside. So, how much chicken feed do you feed per chicken? Feed per chicken a day. I think we calculated it once, and it was like 3 pounds was the total amount that we needed per chicken tractor.
We weighed the scoop.
That was so long ago I couldn't answer. If anybody else knows the exact answer for that, that would be great. We weighed it out and we per chicken, and then we measured it on the scoop what that weight was, and we just used that much.
Not a full scoop, like 3/4 of one of those square quart scoops. Not full, but not halfway, sort of in between. Up to where the handle meets the plastic. There's like a little spot. Like if I pointed it to you, you would you'd be like, "Oh, okay." But I adjust that per tractor. If a tractor has less chickens, I obviously don't give them the same amount. So yeah, Advantage 2. That's the one I switched us to last summer or the summer before because the front line just didn't work.
No, yeah, that stuff has been overused too much. Seven Sprouts Farmstead, I think that is correct. It's a 1/3 pound per chicken per day. That does sound correct. I'm not quoting you, but I'm quoting you because I think that's correct.
Do you need help?
Titus is 5 months old, but he's...
Liam,
How much do you think he weighs? I mean, he's got to weigh close to 100 pounds. Maybe not that much. But you see, that's him right there. He's a big... That's the biggest dog crate you can get, and he hits the top with his head. He's waiting. He's so anxious to jump up on the couch with us. He's like, Mommy and Daddy aren't holding me. He likes to climb right into our lap. Sweet puppy. But you have to keep an eye on him because of the kids' toys. That's why he's in there. The kids' toys are all over the place, and he'll eat them and then choke them out. That's kind of gross. And plus, I wouldn't want him to have any kind of intestinal obstruction from eating one of them. So we let him out when we're not having our back to him. It's either Advantage or Revolution. Oh, your daddy walked away and now you're Zach. Frontline no longer works in the South. I don't think it does either. I mixed up a big spray bottle of tea tree oil and vodka and sprayed my bedroom. No spider bites since then. I'll be finishing up the rest of the house this week. Good idea. Yeah, he is a lap dog. Yeah, so I've been doing the peppermint oil with vinegar spray on their bodies to keep the biting flies off. It works really well, but apparently it's not going down to their skin layer where the fleas are, so it's not really preventing the fleas. I know you want your daddy to sit in your lap. I mean, you want to sit in daddy's lap. It disappeared. I know. Well, you're gonna have to be patient. Um.
Good Lord.
Flea season will be over soon though, so that's good. But he does get a weekly bath. I'm so worried he's gonna drop flea eggs in here or fleas in here and end up with a flea issue in the house. Plus, I don't like him being uncomfortable. But he gets a bath every week, and that seems to be helping. And one of the agreements with getting him from the person we got him from was that we would have his, what is it called? 5-way injections done. So it has parvo and like a bunch of other things. It's 5 different things that we vaccinated him for. And we were able to get it at Tractor Supply and inject him ourselves.
Was it 4 or 5?
4 or 5. I don't know. I don't remember. Because, you know, I'm kind of like, no chemicals with my animals, but sometimes you have to. We've been using a natural product for fleas and ticks that has a ton of lemongrass in it. And that's why you caught a swarm. Exactly.
Lucky.
See, I'd be afraid to use lemongrass on my animals. In fact, that was the one thing I left out of my insect spray. And you know, people say it repels mosquitoes and stuff, but it attracts honeybees. I don't want to be stung, thank you. Part-time permits, you need to reset your alarm. I think you've got it an hour off. Because every night you come in on Friday night right at 9:03 instead of 8:03 when you're supposed to be here. For those that don't know, I'm friends with Cindy. I'm just teasing her.
I think he's setting the alarm that it's over an hour now. Maybe.
Comfortis, is that the pill that you give it once and it kills them all?
No, that's not it. I forget what it's called. It's an easy name, but Ate a box of crayons. I bet that was colorful.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Squirt is saying hi. He's like, the dog's gonna bark, then I'm gonna talk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tease you. It's okay if you've got everything. Revolution is safe for 6 weeks old and up, and Advantage 2 is for 7 weeks old and up.
I'll check the box. I thought I read 7 months, but maybe I read it wrong.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
My lollipop.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lollipop.
They made lollipops with
Sticks and pillows.
stuffed animals. Yeah.
Oh, a 7-way shot. I
Plush
wonder
pillow,
what the other.
Not stuffed animal. Plush pillows. My bad.
We get a 6-in-1 vaccine and the rabies vaccines for about 15 total. Never knew you could do this yourself till we moved to Arkansas and got chicken. Revolution is amazing.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
I think it is time for a revolution.
Comfortis.
It is amazing.
Is
for
one
all.
Simparica is the other. He's not old enough for Simparica. Food grade dyed meshes earth helped our cat with fleas, but would rub it into his fur every few days.
We
Yes.
tried that, and then we had dusty animals. Thanks for the reminder, part-time permies. Everybody, please hit that thumbs up button, please.
No, we don't have any babies due. This is not the time of year for baby goats. Well, I mean, some people do, but most of the time they're born in the spring, and you breed them in the fall. We have 1 doe, possibly 2. I don't know if Rosemary took. I don't think she did. That's going to be due in October. So time should be having kids in October. So that'll be the soonest, and then the rest will be in the spring. I'll go see what I have in the drawer, read the labels. Somebody made a box of chocolates that looked like a box of crayons for the fun of it. Nobody. What's the best way for getting new subscribers? I don't know if I'm doing normal or what. 279 subscribers in 4 weeks. We are posting regularly and join the Facebook, YouTube groups. Jen, you're doing phenomenal. Let me just say that right now. The fact that you have 279 subscribers in 4 weeks is off the chain. I think it took us 6 months to get to 300. Because when Justin Rhodes came, we had 333 subscribers.
It was a slow start.
That was it. We had 333 subscribers. And we had been doing it for a couple of months, at least a couple of months. And it was very slow to start. And your editing, oh my gosh, you guys are like phenomenal. Like professional level, like you're going to be flying past all of us in no time. I am sure of it. Especially with the cute little Presley. We have a hard time with fleas, but sometimes you have to do a flea hunting season. Hello everyone going live right now. I was just streaming too. Okay, we are about to get off 50 Chickens in a Hen House. We'll let you take over the live streams. Hi Rose and family, I actually made it to the live stream. Oh, we're leaving. I'm sorry,
Wow.
Sally Spencer.
3:05 a.m.
You need to go to sleep. That's Advantage 2 says 7 weeks on the small dog box.
Okay, we have the large dog box.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe. I'll look at it again.
We've been on 8 months and we are.
I'll look at it right after the show.
Wow, it took me 2 years to get me to 560. Yes. Yeah, you're doing incredible. Collaborations are somewhere that I've picked up a lot of new subscribers every time I do a collaboration, whether it's my collaboration or somebody else's collaboration. But I definitely have to say that my own collaborations have been the biggest pickups. But I mean, I didn't start doing my own collaborations till I was in the thousands, so I don't know if it would have been different if I had done it at a smaller size. I hit 300 when the Rhodes came, was at 100 before he came. Just hit 1K a month ago. Yeah, make friends. That's so true, Brown Coat. You'll have to check. Yeah, you guys definitely should check out Seven Sprouts Farmstead. I've been pretty accurate with my predictions of which channels I think are going to take off. Ask Trisha. I'm very good at it. I've always told her when I find these small channels and I'm like, that one's going to take off. And I've been pretty correct so far. All right, everybody, we're going to say goodnight. Oh, I'm catching up on the last little comments here. Oh, for those of you that have been looking out for the Forge Friday video, last week I didn't do it because I was really not feeling good last week. I did one today, but it is sitting, waiting to be hit publish. I can't hit publish while I'm in the middle of the live. So as soon as I go off of here, I'm going to hit publish, and you'll be able to watch this week's Forge Friday video. Is a little bit different. It is not about a forage plant. It is about how to make tinctures.
Ooh, I wonder
you
what
guys want to go watch that.
We got to go watch
You guys
that.
are going to want to watch that.
They're going to go watch it like right after they hit the like button and say goodnight to us. And they might watch it right away. They might watch it after their other live shows. But they're going to watch it on Friday because it's Forge Friday.
Or you can watch it in the next couple of days.
Tincture edition.
Tinctures. Yes. Very, very helpful video.
All right.
All right, y'all.
See, part-time permanent is excited for it. All right, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's in the plans to do a south. I'm gonna do infused oil and salve at the same time, but who knows when. Who knows when I'm going to do any of my videos. It's just whenever I have the energy and the strength. Also, you have a great channel with lots of fun adventures. Also, right? Yes, that's true. We do have lots of adventures. Oh, prickly pear fruit. I love it. Yum, yum, yum. Making salsa.
I think this motorcycle.
Good night and God bless.
Maybe we had a Jurassic World set a long time ago.
All right, so we're saying good night. You've been.
Night, everybody.
This guy does it better than anybody else.
Here's a guy with Owen's motorcycle.
Oh, pants are falling down. we almost had a flash
The
there.
wardrobe malfunction. Okay.
All right, so you guys ready to say goodbye for us?
Bye. Goodbye.
And what do you say?
Thanks for watching. You know the drill. We will see you next time on Wholesome Roots. Bye. And this time, make sure you subscribe
Make sure you subscribe.
and like, share.